it's not always about money. It's not always about money. And I know you're probably thinking, girl, shut up. But let me explain. Sometimes people will hate you and have more money than you, have more assets than you, have more shit going on in their life than you, and they're still jealous of little old, you guessed it. I remember a couple years ago, I went to this event and this girl was at this event and she befriended me. We started hanging out, yada yada, blase, squaz. We started hanging out, going out to each other's events, such like that. I'm thinking, well, everyone thinks like me. If I'm approaching the situation genuinely, then in my naive mind, my naivete, I'm thinking, you want the same thing. It's a cat. I remember times I would go out with her and people would give me compliments. And, I would just be like, okay, thank you, I appreciate that, or I would return the energy. And she would get so irritated. Like, visibly, her energy was off. Anytime something good happened to me when we were out, she would be distraught. There would be times we'd go out and it's like, I would offer to pay and she would be like, oh no, I got this because I just got, XYZ, I just got this big check and I have these things going on in my life. And so I can pay for everything because I'm like, okay, it's not that serious, well, let me just get the tip, But she would insist that she paid for things just because at the end of the event or dinner or whatever the case may be, she could just like have that as a speaking point. Well, yeah, I paid for it. Okay, I left the girl a big tip and I'm big boss, I'm big money. And I'm like, okay, I feel like you need this, so I'm gonna let you have it. But the girl had more money. The girl had more things going on in her life. And every time she would invite me out where I was around, it's like, I don't know if it was God or the universe, same thing. I don't know if it was like divine intervention, but every time I would go out with her, good things would happen to me. Like people would just be like, when I mean running to open the doors, when I mean just going out of their way, when I mean just like she would offer to pay for things, but then someone else at the bar or wherever we were at the restaurant would offer, well, I'll take the bill, I'll do it. And she would get so mad, like, why are these things always happening to you and you're not even trying to flex on me? And I noticed that there's some people in your life where every time something good happens to you or like good things are happening to you, they're not celebrating, they're not jumping for joy, they're annoyed. They're like, why you? Meanwhile, the bitch drives a G Wagon. So after a while, I just removed myself from her. I removed myself. I went no contact for a couple years. And then she hit me up again, inviting me out to something. And I was like, okay, I don't want to do this because I don't think that you've changed. I feel like I'm going to get the same kind of energy, the same kind of result. But I went anyway, like a dumb and stupid, like a freaking egale. I go anyways. And guess what she does? She's like watching me the whole time and she goes, I know somebody is lurking, waiting to pay for something for you. I know someone's lurking. I think they're triangulating me. What they really want to do is do it for me, but they know that like you're gonna be more willing to accept. I'm like, okay, girl. But I blame myself because I knew something was up with this girl. I knew from the couple of interactions that we've had that she could be a good person, but maybe I'm bringing the worst out of her. And there were times where I was like, maybe it's me, maybe it's Maybelline, maybe it's Rose, maybe it's me. But I'm literally sitting here minding my business and the blessings, the gates just keep opening and flooding me with opportunities in your face. And I was like, is this the table that they're talking about? Is this that proverbial table that they're talking about? The table that gets made for your enemies to sit and watch your cup overflow? Well, I'm waiting. Okay, and I brought the silverware, but I just noticed this was reoccurring, and I just found it weird because I never thought somebody could be jealous of you if they had more, like, money. Guys, pardon my ignorance, but I always felt like, okay, well, if you have money, that's the end all. You have confidence, it's built in. You have friends, that's built in. Everything's built in, but it's not always like that. It's not always like that. There is this thing, right, called intrinsic value versus like extrinsic value. And so intrinsic is everything internal, extrinsic would be everything like outside of yourself like a Chanel bag, outside of yourself like whatever, houses and cars. And not saying that you can't have self-worth or values or morals if you have money, because obviously there's people who have billions of dollars and are moral, right? But it's more like I always prided myself on having intrinsic value. I always wanted to be someone who had a good personality, who when they came into the room, people wanted to know more about them, wanted to talk to them. I speak to everyone like they're on the same level. I don't kiss your mwah because you have more of something or because you have less of something. I treat you bad. I just treat people the way I want to be treated. And I think that her seeing that all the time made it feel like, okay, well, let me humble this girl. Let me humble her. She seems so humble and so nice. Let me keep humbling her. And it was like, God was just like, no, no, this is my child. Like, this is my child. You bitch, this is my child. You're not humbling my child. Let me show you how you can't humble my child. Let me show you how I'm gonna keep putting her in positions to win, but I want you to see all the wins. I'm gonna keep putting her in positions to win where you can witness it. It doesn't matter if it happens and you're not around, right? If a tree falls in the forest, yada, yada. I want you to see it when I bless her. You will always be around to see when I bless her. So you can know that it's favor. But anyways, y'all, be mindful of who you hang around with, and like pay attention to people's energies. Pay attention to people who, when good things are happening to you in life, how they react. And when bad things happen in your life, are they watching you struggle or are they helping you out of the struggle? But yeah, like, comment, and tell me if you had experiences like this too.